Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we carry the message to addicts and practice these principles in all our affairs. Okay, so we're in the 12-step principle service. This is where the promises will be really coming true. This is where those visions all through the steps will start to manifest and take place in your life. What I love about having had a spiritual awakening, it doesn't say you might get one, maybe, if you do this you get it. It says having had a spiritual awakening as a result of this step, you pass this message to addicts. The principles are quite clear. I think I've mentioned every one along the way. You could just do affirmation work on the principles, you'd get change. I take a choice that I regularly, this is my service work, it's always given free. I make a choice of doing the steps regularly, and I take it as my responsibility, our responsibility to grow as human beings. It's like the pedal in the pond. The Buddha knew this, Jesus knew this, others know this. If you get yourself well and you grow, you help all of mankind. We're in troubled times, We personally are in lockdown. You've got permission to do this because you're allowed to have a recovery meeting. There's plenty to be done out there, and you choose to do your service work. This is where the promises will manifest. It's entirely up to you. There's a lot written on it in the big book. I believe it's from 83 to 103, 86 to 103. It's no accident. There's been more written about service work than anything else. This is often when we're getting messed up and off track. You can get out and do a bit of service work and help others. Some of us have been asked to do this type of work. Others get to help people in another way. But it all adds the pool of wellness in the world. We've all experienced doing good things and living in a good way. I'd encourage you to keep going. There's some good tools there. It's available to all addicts. You can't really find someone who couldn't work this program. You meet many people who don't want to, certainly their choice, or feel it's not for them. I didn't have the life. I had money. I lived in a nice house. Strange enough, my rock bottom, I was probably well off as I've ever been, because that dropped down the list for me when I found recovery. I was quite fortunate. I took to this program like a duck to water. It worked for me, in spite of all the stuff I got up to. And I've never come across anyone that I couldn't see it couldn't work for. You have to let go of a lot, you have to be willing to change. It's humbling, I got my dignity back. When I arrived, I was 17 stone. I had hepatitis C. I had pus seeping out of a wound in my leg. I was, my sponsor's words, not me, prone to violent outbursts. I'd never been to prison, but I was in a prison of my own making. It's not like that today. I get to do this work. It kind of suits me. I got married a couple of years ago. Actually, I've just told a lie. I got married last year. I never thought that was on the cards. I was ready to become a monk. I was going out to Thailand. That was the plan. That's right. Never try and read God's plan. And I met someone who was going to become a Buddhist nun, and we'd done something else. We made different decisions, and we both would agree we knew it was right. You don't know what's in store. And, that's part of what happened. We didn't have anything. We came out of the monastery with nothing. It was small but very beautiful little place in the town. I spent a lot of my adult life. I can hold my head up tight. I've been locked up in my local nick on more than one occasion. But you know what? I woke up one day and I didn't want that life anymore. With the wee bit of self-esteem I had left, I made some different choices. I regained my dignity and respect. Life's pretty special, really. I can still keep going every day. Some days are easy, some days are more difficult. I don't really concern myself too much with that these days. But I use the program as best I can. Yeah, we're in difficult times, and the tough are going to have to get tough. I suggested at the beginning of this workshop video series that there's a lot available, there really is. I personally have taken a lot on, give it a go, why not? I despised that person that walked in to read the steps for the second time. I'm really, really happy with who I am these days. I've only got programming myself to blame. Something feels good about that. So I don't really want to take up the time and talk about me. This is an offer it's really given. There's 3 people in this room that it wouldn't have been possible about. There's lots of people think along the way. I'm not going to do that. The website's come along nicely. There's a book being written. There's a workbook that will be finished soon. We needed to do the video shoot, which was offered free. It's all there for you should you want to make change and do something different with your life. So I wish you the best. I'm a fully paid member of the 12-step programs. I don't see that changing. So thank you for your time. I hope you go and have some fun. Mostly it's been fun. And I'll be interested to hear where it takes you. God bless you all.